The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. We are just about set to get the festivities started, and off we go on this Christmas Eve. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. A short gain there to about the 22. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Ja'Tavion Sanders. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Let's go. Here's 2nd and 9. Go. He'll look to throw. He's got it into the hands of the rookie from Michigan. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carney now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. On play action, now Herbert. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stick with him again. He's inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action now, Herbert. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Cowboy 80. 19 Lion. Take go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Buccaneers move out to a 21-3 advantage. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, It's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Go.
They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
Rocco switch. Rocco switch.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, trying to do it himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he will score. Elijah Moore. Touchdown Chargers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Chargers are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Let's go now.
Slot man in motion right. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Nice move, slips a tackle, gets forward for a gain of 2. Second down and 8. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Let's go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
Take it up. Okay, ready?
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. Woo. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the Bucs can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Now return coming from the 7. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The third quarter begins with a run. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Terrion Arnold.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go!
And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Let's go now.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Set. Alert! Alert!
On 3rd down, it's White. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, and here comes 4th down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
A return now from the 4. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Set. Set.
Now a play fake. Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Carty back out following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Set. What is it?
They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Set.
Motion man is the tight end going right.
Ready.
Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Well. Go.
Throwing now is Herbert. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try to run with their fullback. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Go!
On the handoff, it's White running right. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. A quick throw out wide, caught left side. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set.
Up the middle they go. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Receiver in motion, going right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. The Chargers get set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. He's to the 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check that. Ready, go.
Now a toss left side for White. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a give on the ground. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with him again. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Motion man, set right. They'll stay on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Here's a give up the middle with White. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Ready up.
It's second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Check go.
Another run here with White. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down.
Ready.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Let's go.
Third and a yard.
Ready, ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Set. Set.
On play action, it's Herbert. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Set.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Ready, break.
cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.